What's up, guys? Today we're going to be recapping week 2. You know, there's a lot of different things that happened in week 2, and I'm just going to be going over a couple of things here. So let's just get right to it here. To start us off, we had a lot of good games. You know, I'll just go over the quick standings here. As you can see, Ancient still at the very top, best point differential, best record, at least tied for the best record, and we got a lot of really good teams up there. It's an even spread because, I mean, we're only week 2 right now, so it's pretty... Not a lot of data to go off of, but there's a lot of good teams. We'll just go into individual matchups. I'll kind of touch up on a couple of things here. Starting off with the Cleve versus the Blaze. If you guys didn't watch that one, it was really, really good. I mean, you can see it was a 3-2 score. Actually, the Blaze were leading 2-0, and the Cleve came back and won the whole thing. It was really, really cool. So it was a very good game to watch. Then the OGs versus the Magic. Not surprised there would be a sweep there. The Magic, not like the greatest team, I would say, and the OGs are a very solid team for sure. Going into the Undead and the Royalty, another sweep that was actually a little bit surprising. I wasn't expecting a sweep, but I mean the Undead is a very, very solid team, and the Royalty are in a little bit of a slump right now, I would say, but I think they'll get back into it hopefully soon. Next, the Super versus the Tide. Like I said, I knew my team was gonna win this week. I called my shot last week, and I didn't know we were gonna sweep somebody, but we swept somebody, you know. So that's lit. And then we go to the Mountain versus the Mythicals. Another sad game. I still can't believe the Mountain 0-2 to start off the season. It's not what you want to see, especially since I called them out right away and said they were the best team in the league. I would have put them at number 1 in the power rankings before the season. That's probably on me. But yeah, they lost that game too. The Shine versus the Beast. Very close game. The Shine are a solid team. You know, they got Brave, drawn Brave. And he's a very, very good attack type. But they just couldn't get it done. It went to an overtime. It was really good. We got Phobia versus the Party. Another really close game. But the Phobia, you know what I'm talking about. The Ghost, complete legend. That dude, man, that Beyblade is good. But that was one heck of a overtime matchup too. And then the Ancient versus the Goats. What can I say? The Ancient is the GOAT. Like, that might be the best team. I mean, no other team has not lost a single battle. Which is just absolutely insane. And I would say, let me go over some just hot takes, I would say. I'll go back to the standings for this one. One of my hot takes is, I would say the Royalty is still going to make it upper top 8, I would say, by the end of the season. And mainly because most of my testing, they're a very solid team. They just had a couple mistakes here and there. I know it's Beyblade, so it's like kind of random. But there is some aspects to Beyblade that is random, and I think they'll kind of climb up after this 0-2, and they'll get out of the slump. And my other hot take, I would say, is the Goats. Just because they lost the game, you know, you got swept. Not what you want to see, but I think they'll get out of that, and they're just going to skyrocket to the top. And even the Mountain I was so high on, but I'm not going to have that as my hot take because the Mountain, they hurt me, man. It really hurt to see them lose 2 games, and I can't with that. And I would say the team of the week, I would obviously say, gotta go the Ancient, right? Because undefeated, no other team is as good as them right now. I mean, they beat very solid teams. If we go back here, where we got Ancient versus the Mountain, the number 1 overall pre-ranking team, according to me, and they beat the Goats, which is another team I'm very high on. So, I mean, they're very good. That is definitely team of the week. And if I say runner-up, I'll give it to my boys, the Tide, or even Undead. We'll give them a tie for that because they both swept this week, and both of them only have given up 1 single point, and they're both 2-0. So, like, really good teams out there. And then I would say the biggest L, I've kind of gone over a couple of these, but the Mountain. It hurts me to see a team that I think is better than what they are performing so bad. I mean, what can you really do? I mean, I'm just out here letting them fight each other and seeing what happens. Like, nothing I can really do. I could cheat it, but I want it to be as fair as possible because this is a legit league, and I'm trying to make it to where people can like teams that they want to like and enjoy the time, you know, watching their team and all that stuff. Real quick, I'm gonna go into some just individual stats. I guess might have forgot about the regions too. We'll hit up that real quick. Here's the regional standings. I mean, looking pretty good, I would say. Obviously, the South are relatively stacked with those top 2. And I think the East is also very stacked. And obviously the West, the Tide are kind of chilling, I'm going to be honest. They have a lot of wiggle room when it comes to making it to the playoffs, which I keep saying that, but everyone makes playoffs. But I mean, they'll have a high seed, so that's always good to have. Going to some individuals here. Obviously, the Ghost, the best Beyblade. Let me sort it real quick. The best Beyblade around. Obviously, the Ghost. Like, there's no one competing with him in like almost any standard. Let me sort that real quick. There we go. You can kind of see who has the best win percentage, who has the most wins. I think the Ghost has been getting a little lucky, and I'm kind of glazing them a little bit. But the Ghost is a very cool Beyblade. I mean, the Phobia themselves are a very hot team right now. I haven't mentioned them at all, but they're very, very good. But yeah, you can look through these real quick. I'll do a quick scroll. I sorted these by win percentage. I don't know why that changed. Yeah, whatever. Okay, there we go. It fixed itself, kind of. Yeah, there we go. So I'll just go do a quick scroll. I'll mention some things if I see something. I still think Blizzard, right here in this roll 23, I think he'll go a little higher than 66%. He's just lost a battle. I mean, it's early in the season. I mean, what can you really say about that? Same with Drake underneath him. Oops, there. Let me see if there's anyone I'm a little bit sad about or anything. I'm actually a little bit upset about this Shinobi here. Being 1 and 2 right now. I mean, the Beasts are a very, very solid team, but I don't know what Shinobi's doing right now. I mean, it's early in the season. Get some jitters or something. I mean, I don't know. Going down a little bit more, I'd say the L Beyblade of the week has to be Samurai. Going off of a week where you lose very bad, and then going into the next week and just getting burst by a Beyblade. It was El Drago, and El Drago's not very good. I think it might be El Drago's first win. Yeah, it is. It's El Drago's first win. Dang. But yeah, it's tough luck. You know, there's not much else I can say about that. It's just tough. But I think there'll be a bounce back for that team for sure, and they'll get back into it for sure. So let me go back, do a quick preview of next week, because we have some battles. Next week is a regional week, so I mean these are the regions, and they'll play against someone in their region. First up, we got the Goats versus the Beast. That's going to be a really, really good game. Both of them solid teams. Beasts are 2-0, Goats are 1-1. The Party versus the Mythicals. It'll be an interesting one. You know, we'll see how that one goes because they're both I'd say mid teams. You know, maybe mid to low, but we'll see how that one goes. Cleve and OGs. That should be an interesting one because Cleve just came out in that comeback 0-2, 0-2. They came back and won that, which is nuts. Then we got Super and Undead. That should be Undead's win. Mountain versus Shine. The bottom two in the southern region are taking each other on. That should be interesting. You know, maybe it's Shine's time to shine or Mountain's time to actually win. I don't know. Now, Phobia versus Ancient. Stay tuned for Thursday night. That game is going to be insane. Both of them are 2-0, and Ancient has not lost. Now, Phobia, I'm not. Oh my goodness, I can't speak sometimes. If I'm not mistaken, they're really good. I mean, they've only given up 3 points. I guess that's not like great, but still being undefeated, and they played some really tough opponents. I mean, let me see here. Who they play? They played Party, and then they played Shine. So never mind. They didn't play crazy opponents, but this should be a real good test for the Phobia, and we'll see if Ancient can continue to be undefeated. That would be insane. Then we got Magic and Royalty. Not much to say about that. You know, it's a game. If you're one of those fans, no disrespect, but they're just not great right now. And maybe that will change. Like I said, I'm high on the Royalty because I know what they could be, and I don't know what they are going to be. I know what they could be. And then that last game, my boys, the Tide, taking on the Blaze, and I think we have a real shot at being 3-0 going after week 3. I'm excited for all these battles. I'm excited to get everything done. And I'm just going to thank you guys for watching, and if you made it this far in the video, appreciate it. I did put in a lot of work into these videos. I know there's not a lot of you just yet. Hopefully soon we'll get some couple more people watching, but I do appreciate it. Anyone who pays attention to this, because you know I'm really doing this because I just love. I literally, me and a friend would do this like on the Excel spreadsheet, and not all of it, but obviously, but some pieces of it. And keep track of things and have like a full season. It's just fun for me to do, and I just want to spread that to you guys. And I want to be able to make a league where people can actually enjoy watching and like follow their team, follow their team and see what happens. And like it's supposed to be really fun. And Beyblade itself is just kind of a cool concept because I mean there's a lot of randomness and there's a lot of just like not randomness. You know, like some Beyblades are heavier, some Beyblades spin longer, but there's always that chaotic collision, clash, all that. It's super cool. But once again, thank you guys for watching. I'll go back to the standings as I just finish this off. I appreciate y'all. I hope you guys enjoy the weekend, enjoy yourselves, and spend time with your loved ones. Spend time with the Lord, and just enjoy the gifts that the Lord's given to you, and continue to move forward and persevere, especially in your faith, because it can take you a long ways. So stay tuned next week. Monday, we're getting right back into it. And as always, have a great day, and God bless.